Welcome to Naka Tales. Don't forget to subscribe. They called themselves inseparable, Anna and Bella, two halves of a single soul who'd laughed together in sweaty high school gyms and whispered secrets beneath dorm room lofts. Everyone envied the bond they seemed to share, the effortless way they finished each other's sentences, the seamless way they moved through life side by side. But beneath that perfect veneer lay a carefully kept secret. Each harbored a seething jealousy, a hidden resentment so deep it would one day consume them both. From the moment they graduated, Anna and Bella charted parallel courses. Anna, with her dark curls and biting wit, fell hard for Marco, the charismatic soccer captain whose easy grin made girls swoon. Bella, whose serene smile masked a restless ambition, gravitated toward Daniel, a music major whose soulful guitar riffs lingered like the echo of a half-remembered dream. The four of them formed a tight quartet, Anna with Marco at her arm, Bella with Daniel close behind, each couple the envy of their college circle. But loyalty was a fragile thing. Late nights in dimly lit practice rooms, whispered confidences over beer-stained trays in the student union, a flirtatious joke too easily interpreted. Soon, Anna found herself in Marco's arms beneath the bleachers. Bella discovered Daniel's lips brushing hers in an empty corridor. They didn't set out to betray each other. They simply got lost in a heady haze of desire and wounded pride. Each fling felt like sweet revenge on the one who always seemed just a little more beautiful, a little more deserving. And so they kept their secrets, burying them under years of birthday cakes and brunches and endless social media posts that proclaimed their unbreakable sisterhood. No one suspected a thing, even as Anna's laughter rang hollow when Bella's name was mentioned, and Bella's eyes flickered with cold fire whenever Anna praised Marco's latest goal. Behind closed doors, they nursed grudges as carefully as they'd nursed broken hearts, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That moment arrived in the form of two invitations, delivered on the same dusty afternoon by the same gilded courier. Anna's wedding in June. Bella's wedding in June. Neither blinked as they compared dates. June 12th, same venue, same time. Their mutual friends exchanged frantic texts. "What are the odds?" they whispered. Of course, neither woman considered changing. Each was determined to share the spotlight, to outshine the other on what should have been her happiest day. They only had to look across the table to see their rivals groom, and their hearts clenched with anticipation. Marco and Daniel had their own secret alliance. They discovered each other's trysts, the stolen kisses, the half-forgotten Saturdays, and rather than sever ties, they'd forged a pact. Each man would play along, collecting favors and sweet-making their betrayed fiancés, all while building a comfort zone network of lovers and accomplices, backstage passes with one of their professors, a discreet apartment in the city where they kept side families. They plastered on apologies, comforted Anna after late-night tears, soothed Bella through panic attacks. They wove a web so intricate even the best detectives couldn't unravel it. As summer's heat pressed down, the invitation cards glittered in mailboxes. Anna's card featured pale blue calligraphy, Bella's, a sleek black. Both read, "Ceremony at St. Cecilia's Banquet Hall, 3 p.m. sharp." Guests murmured about the coincidence. Some whispered that perhaps it was fate, others sensed the glint of a carefully laid trap. But neither bride paused to consider that their dearest friend, Anna's maid of honor, Bella's matron of honor, might be silently trembling at the altar. On June 12th, the day dawned clear and merciless. Anna stepped into her gown, ivory lace hugging every curve, and admired herself in the mirror. She practiced her radiant smile, recalled the vows she'd composed by candlelight. "I pledge my heart to you, Marco, no matter what storms may come." Meanwhile, Bella fastened the pearl necklace her grandmother had given her, smoothing the satin of her champagne-hued dress. "Daniel," she whispered into the quiet, "I will stand by you through life's darkest nights." Their friends and families arrived in a single wave of laughter and chatter, filling the vaulted cathedral-like hall with life. At 2:45 p.m., Anna processed down the aisle, her chest hammered with adrenaline. Marco's eyes glistened with unshed tears. 3 pews over, Anna spotted Bella, her face a mask of perfect composure, lips pressed into a determined line. And just beyond Bella, Daniel aimed a quick glance back at Anna, as if to say, "You'll see soon enough." At 3 p.m. on the dot, the pastor raised his voice. Anna and Marco faced each other under a bower of orchids, Bella and Daniel under a garland of ivy. "Dearly beloved, We are gathered here, his words echoed in the hush. And then came the moment they both dreamed of, and dreaded. You may now kiss your bride. Marco surged forward, but not toward Anna. He slipped into Bella's space, lips brushing her cheek. At the same moment, Daniel pivoted from Bella and pressed a light kiss to Anna's temple. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Anna froze, Bella's pearl necklace sparkling against her throat. The pastor blinked, uncertain whether to intervene. Protesters arise, he intoned. The old ritual's words stumbled on his lips. No one moved, but then Anna raised her trembling hand. Wait. Her voice cracked like ice. We need to pause. A ripple of confusion ran through the hall. The two brides looked at each other, eyes wide, and a terrible understanding settled between them. The pastor leaned forward. Madam. Anna drew in a ragged breath. We thought we had truths to reveal. Bella's throat bobbed. Anna swallowed, then went on, voice growing stronger. You see, she glanced at Marco, whose face had gone ashen. I slept with Daniel. A ripple of shock coursed through the gathering. Last summer, beneath those same stars, we betrayed each other. Bella's voice cracked as she echoed the admission. And I slept with Marco. Not once, but twice, in secret, because I hated the way she had him all to herself. Her hands shook, and high as that tremor was, it was nothing compared to the silence that swallowed the hall. But the confessions weren't over. One by one, Anna and Bella hurled accusations. The professors whose lecture halls had witnessed stolen kisses, the promises exchanged in dark corners that left both women pregnant for a moment with regret. Tears ran down cheeks. Grooms lowered their heads, guilt carved into their expressions. Marco and Daniel exchanged a brief, triumphant grin. Their revenge would need no executioner's blade. One evening, cigarette smoke curling around him, Kazuo meets a stranger in the park, an old man with eyes like dim embers. You chased wind, boy, the old man rasped. Took you all the way to Miami for a carrot that vanished. Kazuo only nodded. The old man drew nearer. There's one way out. He leaned in, voice a whisper, beat the dealer. Which dealer? Kazuo asked, brow furrowing. The dealer who deals your life, the old man said, vanishing into the mist as suddenly as he'd appeared. For a moment, Kazuo felt a flicker of hope. Perhaps he could still reclaim his fate. But the wind snatched the ember of possibility and blew it out. Reality pressed in like a vice. He had no chips left to bet. On the edge of despair, Kazuo climbed to the roof of his empty apartment building, the place where his sister and mother had once sat with him at dusk, sharing cups of tea and half-finished dreams. He stared at the horizon, the neon glow of distant casinos flickering like dying fireflies. The wind tugged at his hair. He closed his eyes and thought of his mother's final words, "Come back soon." But he'd returned too late. He thought of his sister's letter, her plea for him to find a new life. But she had built that life without him. He thought of the wheel, spinning round, always promising but never delivering. And then he stepped forward, into the darkness, surrendering to the one final gamble he could not lose, escape the pain he created. Below, the city slumbered, indifferent, bright lights, muffled traffic, the distant siren's wail. In that instant, Kazuo let go of hope. He fell. The city caught its breath, then let it go. And so ends this chapter of Naka Tales, a portrait of desperation, of a man who bet his life on a spinning wheel and lost more than he ever knew he had. Don't forget to subscribe for more tales of dreams made real and broken, for worlds where hope can be both a poison and a cure, and for stories that spin us round until we fall.